have a door shut.
Or his dome lights on.
Or his dome lights on for no reason.
Alright guys, I don't know how shaky this video is going to be. We'll decide if we use it or not based on the shakiness. Looks like it's probably not going to work out very well.
It's made by the same people that brought you Cloverfield. Is that your phone?
That's my phone saying. Oh, still recording. I don't know what that was all about. Anyway, so guys, we're on our way back from a relaxing weekend in Branson.
Really? I wish I could show you viewers that S10. Bolted his license plate to the tailgate, which is fine. If you're gonna drill holes in your tailgate, at least make it level. And it wasn't even like a 45 where it was like a French in style. It was just, it was like, that's close enough.
Yeah, so guys, the area we're in,
Lots of
there's a lot of no questions asked. Unfortunately, it's very backwoods around here. Holy crap, R32 Skyline.
Yeah, look at that.
Well,
Behind the conversion van.
well, we do randomly get that kind of crap.
You don't see that every day.
So, anyway, so what we plan on this channel being is some car reviews. Big Joe here works for the largest car lot in our area, so we're gonna do some car reviews from his lot and give you guys our opinion on stuff.
Plus, we get some early access stuff, like the new Supra and stuff like that. New GT350R Mustangs.
He does work for a Ford and Toyota dealership, so we've got that. Plus, the lot he sits at is the used car dealer for them also. So he's had some Scat Packs. He's had some Z06 Corvettes. He does get some pretty cool stuff in that area. So we'll review that kind of stuff, give you our opinion on can you daily drive it, what that would be like, our opinion on is it worth driving, plus some reviews on just even some really nice vans. You guys looking for a van? You know, hey, you got a family? Everybody can meet one every once in a while. Got some nice vans, got some nice SUVs. So that kind of stuff will be coming. Plus some reviews of this 2019 GT Mustang premium package car that we're in right now.
You guys have all heard of the Shocker, right? Two in the front, one in the back. Yeah. Sometimes we like to give her the minivan. It's two in the front and five in the back.
It's also going to be a lot of Joey's random, how his brain works.
Also, the car behind us, that chick totally puts out.
And I hope she sees this video.
Me too.
Because she's going to murder us by the end. By the end of this channel being big, dying, whatever ends up happening. If it dies, it might be because one or both of us died. She thinks I'm a good influence on Joey and stop him from doing things, and really that's not the case.
It's more like I'm a bad influence on Robert and convince him to do stupid.
Yeah, that happens.
Like right now, we're currently driving through Mexico. He's fixing to drop a gear on this RAV4 for no reason and let it rip tater
It is a.
It's a hybrid.
It is a hybrid.
17 all-wheel drive I. Look, let's look at her face. Go ahead, drop a gear. Let's see what Freeze does. And,
Oh, hang on.
She ain't gonna let you go.
Make it loud. And
that was only 110 in Mexico. Or do we use kilometers down here?
that's a good discussion. Everybody says they go to Mexico. Let's be real. We all know what Mexico means.
Mexico's a state of mind.
My mind stays in Mexico. What do they use? They use kilometers. They use miles per hour. Obviously, we're using miles per hour, so we're stupid Americans, which is probably also why we're currently daily driving for a road trip a 2019 GT Mustang.
Yeah, 'cause it's all about the creature comforts in the sports car.
Hey, right now, climate control is on a nice 70 degrees with the seat heaters on full blast.
Yeah, and my cheeks may be sweaty. So it does work. But conveniently, this also has air-conditioned seats. So we can dry that sweat right up. And now it's decided to be a little misty outside. We got this an avalanche blocking our path.
So it's one thing.
Also, anyone who lives near a Reebok outlet, they are currently doing 60% off. We got 2 pairs of shoes each for $50.
That did happen. Check out your local Reebok. Not a paid advertisement. So we don't really know. What do you guys want to see? What do you like to see? What?
I mean, if we had some chicks jumping on a trampoline in bikinis, would that up the views? You just let us know.
We're
Probably
still
arrange
new.
that.
We're still new, so we haven't really set anything in place. We've thought about some Amazon boxes or crates.
Doing some pallet openings and just, I can do electronics repair on the side. So buy some broken crap and see if it's fixable or worth fixing, and see if we can turn a profit on it for giggles.
One thing you guys will also learn, we've been trying to make videos about Joey's Fox Body Mustang that he was super excited about, just had to have.
It turns out Fox Body Mustangs aren't that fat boy friendly, and I'm old and bad knees and slow to the ground. So last week we said goodbye to the Fox Body, even though we're still going to upload the video of the custom speaker box that we built for it. But now the Fox Body turned into a very, very nice ski boat. So we'll probably do some lots of lake videos this summer.
Yeah. How well can you tow with a 3.6 twin turbo EcoBoost truck?
Impossible, because it's a 3.5 EcoBoost.
Whatever.
We're gonna have to edit that out because this is wrong.
Yeah, we ain't editing a thing. It is what it is.
Yeah, it's a 3.5 EcoBoost. Does have a programmer on it. Currently with the 91 octane tune through Bully Dog.
So we're gonna see how's it tow. A lot of you guys out there are probably skeptical. Can I get an EcoBoost and tow with it and still be okay? Or if I'm gonna tow, do I need to go ahead and get the 5.0 truck?
So I will say, selling Fords, that my current 3.5 EcoBoost truck has 373 gears and the factory tow package. It does not have the max tow package. So I'm ready to tow 12,500 pounds. But the max tow package available in a 3.5 EcoBoost is 15,500 pounds. So that's actually considerably more than you can tow with the Coyote 5.0.
I had a 14 5.0 Coyote truck. It was a Gen 1 Coyote, and its towing capacity for the same year as his F-150 was 9,800 pounds. And it had the built-in trailer brakes, and it was the towing package as well. So, if you guys are just looking for good towing capacity, that's where it's at, is the EcoBoost.
Now, we will do some real-life fuel mileage comparisons. Just because I can tow 12,000 pounds doesn't mean that it doesn't suck the fuel while doing so. So we'll do some real-life comparisons. Getting the boat to the lake is a pretty windy road, very hilly, so definitely going to affect the fuel mileage quite a bit.
Also, other than that, we're going to do some maintenance videos. What's it take to do maintenance on some stuff that you drive every day? My mom is a mail carrier. She travels around 150 miles of dirt roads a day. She delivers mail 5 to 6 days a week, depending on how busy things are. And I can tell you right now, it's a lot of maintenance to keep those cars going. I do have a garage where I have a lift. Some of the stuff we might do on the lift depends. I've got to get that place cleaned out a bunch before we put it on online. But also, depending on what it is, what's it like to do the maintenance on the ground? I know there's a couple of channels out there that they do everything on the ground and they modify. I know that there's a couple of big YouTube names that they built 9-second cars on jack stands, one in a parking lot, one in a garage. Those are both Mustang content, so you guys can figure those out. There's some things that we do that don't make a whole lot of sense to people as far as what we might pay a mechanic to do. Both of us are extremely busy. We do have full-time jobs. As of right now, YouTube is not anything close to being our only job. We do plan on this becoming our way of doing the fun stuff that we do a little cheaper. We are really bad about spending money and doing some crazy stuff. We have a trip coming up this year that we're going to take you guys along on. That trip ought to be pretty fun.
We're going to take this 19 Mustang and put about probably 2,500 miles on it on a road trip. So we'll let you know how that goes. Be me and Robert and probably my oldest daughter in here doing a cannonball style road trip to Orlando from Missouri. We're going to spend a week down there at Universal and maybe hit the beach and then cannonball at home. The day we get home will be a Saturday, and the next day, Sunday, we got to take this Mustang on a 5-hour trip to Kansas City to a race car experience we're doing that Robert and my wife got me for Christmas. I get to go drive a
Ferrari
488 Italia. So that'll be fun.
Yep, that'll be fun. Now that's going to be video, limited video, and they don't want the extra distractions, so we might pay them for some video footage. I don't know how we're going to bring all that to you, but we will at least bring you along with that. Also, while we're in Orlando, we do have a surprise for ourselves. We don't know how good it's going to be. We We don't know anything about the car scene there in Orlando, but we're going to see if we can't get ourselves into a little bit of trouble and go see what the car scene is like.
I got a buddy down there that works for a high-end BMW and German car modification shop, and he said that the car scene down there is pretty good. Lots of high-end cars, 1,000 horsepower Lambos and Ferraris and GTRs. He currently daily drives a 335i BMW. It's somewhere around the 800 horsepower mark at the wheels. So that'd be a fun car to just roll around Orlando in, see if we can't find some people to at least piss off. Then we'll take you to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal with us as well.
Yeah.
Get your inner dork on.
We might just do a driven daily review of the Hogwarts Express. What is it like to take a train everywhere? Is it comfortable? Is it efficient? We might see if we can't convince somebody to give us a little bit of information on the train. What's it take to keep it going?
Yeah, the maintenance routine, that'd be pretty interesting to know.
That train does run nonstop, 7 days a week, to get you guys around the 3 parks at Universal in Orlando, Florida. So who knows? Maybe we can trick somebody into thinking we're important and do that. We also are wanting to try and bring you guys some racing content. We don't have a super fancy racing facility near us, but we do have a quarter-mile drag facility within 45 minutes of us. There are some big names in drag racing that do use that facility, either on a regular basis or do come in and use it here and there when they need to test something.
Larry Larson just set the track record there last summer. I don't know what it was, somewhere in the low fives.
It was very fast for the track.
Yeah, he was in his S10.
That was the last pass of the S10 before he put it up for sale. While he tested the Cadillac.
Reaper comes about twice a year. Lots of the street outlaw guys that aren't actually from Oklahoma, but do race against the Oklahoma guys quite a bit.
Daddy Dave was there last year testing when he was headed to No Prep Kings in St. Louis.
He brought Goliath out, or Goliath 2.0 out.
We do have, very local to us, in the same town, we have, you guys know him as Open Container. We know him as the very special and gun fanatic and blacksmith is Kerry Bayes. We are going to be bringing you content from his garage. We're going to try and bring you guys the other side of Kerry that you don't always see. Yes, we're going to take you around Open Container. We're going to, give you some background into it.
So we might even get him to take it out and do some street hits, because it is 100% street legal. He does daily driving. He picks his kids up from school in it every now and then. So I know that they love it, getting picked up in a open top 1,500 plus horsepower race car. Also, he's got some land, and we'll go out there. He's pretty big into guns and shooting targets and stuff. So if you're into that stuff, maybe we'll blow up like a 25-pound thing of tannerite and see if we can't blow up part of a refrigerator or something cool. Or maybe I'll get a really cheap trade-in at my work, and I'll just buy it, and we'll see if we just can't decimate like a Toyota Corolla.
Or or for you Mighty Car Mods fans, we might show you what else you can do with a Toyota Yaris. Who knows? We'll find out. We also, very local to us, hometown guy, we have Brendan Patton.
He's owner of LT1swap.com. Probably one of the larger LS specialty places to have your LS swaps tuned. You know, you mail them your computer, tell them what you're putting it in, what size tires you're going to run, stuff like that. You shut off the AFM, the active fuel management, and do a baseline tune so you can get your project car up and running until you can get it to the dyno shop. He is in the current ground up restoration of his 67 Chevy that he actually purchased when we were in high school. I have no idea how crazy he's gone on it, but I know that it does have a full new suspension. All the frame's been powder coated. It's going to be pretty badass. Like I said, it is a 67 Chevy, but he has a Duramax diesel in it. And as far as I know, it's probably one of the few Duramaxes out there that has truly been built. A lot of people say they build these diesels, but really all they do is throw a bigger turbo on it, set the smoke screw so they can roll some coal on some people and do some tuning. But he's actually had Little John Motorsports, I believe, do him a custom grind cam, different set of heads, and he's had a bunch of head work done to it. He's actually tore all the way into the motor and done some real modifications, as well as the stuff that everyone else does. So, little half-ton Chevy like that with little Duramax motor in it, it's pretty badass. It's pretty healthy.
It does have all of the torque.
Yes.
We don't know exactly the figures on it, but we have already gotten the go-ahead to have a walk around with him, show you guys what he's willing to show of the behind-the-scenes stuff. He does have a YouTube page also. We're trying to convince him to pull it back up and
post some more content
for you guys that are big fans of his.
I believe his current page has some off-road rigs that he's done some LS swaps in. I know he did a write-up on my 98 Chevy that we did the LS swap in, went from a 4.3 to a 5.3. Did a throttle by wire and made all my gauges work just like they were factory. So I know he did a big long video on that and a write-up on his website as well. My 3rd gen Camaro, he's got a nice video of it.
Was that the purple one?
My purple people eater that got ate by a Subaru and then quickly got traded directly after that.
That brings me to my next point, guys. We are, yes, Joey wanted a Fox body, so we bought a Fox body. Well, he bought a Fox body. I just went along for the ride, basically. We are in a 19 GT Mustang, but we are not just Ford people. Yes, he's got an F-150, but we are 100% car people. We love all the cars. So the page, even though the normal stuff that we have and the stuff that's actually in our name might actually be Ford, but that is not going to be the only content you guys see. We are actually pretty big import guys.
Yep.
And when I say import guys, I don't necessarily just mean your Hondas and your Toyotas.
Even though he does have a caged 91?
I do have a true 91 Honda SI hatch that you guys will be seeing it. I do have a couple of projects that I have to get out of the shop before we can start doing content on it. But that car I bought when I was 13. Little secret, I am now 31. I have had this car my entire driving career. The car is not going anywhere. Me and my dad built it. It does have a cage in it. It's not a real cage, but it's a cage that will probably be getting removed and upgraded to a true cage. It will be a full interior car. You'll see us pull the interior out of it, fully gut the car, put in sound deadening, and make the car nice to be daily driven. We are not...
Or to be driven daily.
Or to be driven daily. We are not trailer queen people. It drives us crazy to see stuff not driven. This 19 that we're in right now has 14,700 miles on it, and that's not going to stop anytime soon. That Civic has not ran since 2012 when I went to start putting the turbo kit on it, and how built it is. And I ran out of money and started to move, so I put the money elsewhere and just haven't had a place to work on it. So now that I do, it has a V18 A1 that is Eagle crank, Eagle H-beam rods, Ross 9.5-to-1 nitrous turboed pistons, ARP bearings throughout the entire bottom end. I do have a V16 A2 head to put on it, so it will be LSV Tech when it does get turbocharged. You guys will come along with us on that. That is going to be a very slow build, so you guys will have to bear with us. But I am putting it back together and doing it right. The car had a very rough life before I got it, and I did daily drive it all through high school and up until 2013, until I ended up with my 2013 Subaru WRX that unfortunately I made some stupid life decisions and had to get rid of, but that's okay.
Chicks, man.
I digress. So you guys will also see that car. That car will be fully in depth. I do have to completely gut it, completely go through it, so you guys will see the entire build of that car from where it's at now at its current state, which is very sad. I am sick to say that. It is in very poor shape. It sat outside for 3 years, uncovered, out in the county, which, for those of you guys that don't really know this area, it's, if you've seen the movie Winter Bones, unfortunately that's where we're at. So
yeah, it was like 20 minutes from our house.
Yeah, I actually had a really good friend. I helped her get her kid back from a very bad situation. Her best friend growing up was the girl that the movie was based on. So if that tells you guys anything about the area we're at, we're not super proud of it, but it's what we've got for right now. So that's just a little bit of rundown of what this channel's going to be. We are new to this whole video editing, YouTube, all of it. We're not the super greatest at keeping up with social media, so we're going to try and get better at that as well. So we are going to make a Instagram page. We might hire his 14-year-old daughter. We all know the 14-year-old girls are very good at social media. Take it for what you will. So we might let her control that. She kind of bougie, so she likes to go around and do that kind of stuff with us because it makes her feel good and lets her brag to her friends. So we might let her control the Instagram page and kind of get you guys some likes and stuff there. We're not going to be the people that pound the like and subscribe into your face. We know that you guys are going to do that whether we tell you to or we don't. So we're not about it. We're not shoving this into anybody's face. You're either going to like it, you're not going to like it. Haters are welcome. You know what? We can't grow without the haters. So when you post in the comments, because we'll go ahead and leave the comments on, and tell us that this video is shaky as can be, the entire time. We know that. We're getting better equipment. We've spent a lot of money trying to get this off the ground. We've been told for years that we're kind of stupid for trying it. But Joey's funny, and we do a bunch of random stuff that works really well for YouTube.
We take random trips all the time. I am the king of swapping and trading. So,
as you guys will find out very easily.
We've taken some random trips, several hours away to pick up random cars. Like a couple years ago, we took a trip to the other side of Cape Girardeau to pick up a 240SX that had a 5.0 swap done to it.
No, not 5.0.
Yeah, it was a 302.
Well, yeah, okay. Old, not Coyote 5.0.
Yeah, no. Like 91 Mustang 5.0. That was a fun little car. We've also been on some trips. When picked up a Honda Prelude, old school, like a 88 SI.
First gen Prelude SI. That was pretty fun.
That was a fun little car. Then I swapped it for a Blazer for my nephew. I've owned a couple of Supras. Not Fast and Furious style, but some.
Maybe one day. Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
I'd almost rather have the ones that I've had.
That's because everybody loves the pop up and down headlights.
Yeah, the target top's awesome on them. So I'm currently on the hunt for one of those. So if you see a nice, and I mean nice, example of one, please let me know. That is one car that I regret letting get away.
And when he says regret letting get away, ask him how many he's had. Go ahead, ask him.
I don't know. We're somewhere around the 60 mark at this point.
Of cars, not Supras.
Yeah, of cars, total cars.
Supras that I know of that he's had, what, three? Three Supras. They are all Mark III Supras, not Mark IV. But, hey, we can't all go out and beat Ferraris.
But yeah, and I mean, my last one was a very clean example. Had some vacuum line issues that, unfortunately, one of the head techs at Toyota couldn't even get lined out. So I sent it down the road, which I regret doing because it was so nice. But I traded it for a 93 Z28. And that was probably my dumbest trade I've ever done.
We will have some videos of some of the, actually not some videos, all of the videos of any of the trades. Joey has a very bad problem at holding on to a car any longer than...
maybe 6 months? Depending on how cool it is. Like my short bed Chevy that we did, it took me 3 years to build it.
Okay, that's fair. That one did take a while.
But
he has been through a lot of cars. His normal turnaround on a car is 30 to 60 days. He does get bored quickly, so you guys will get to come along for all of that. That is one of the reasons we decided to build this channel. The Fox body that he had, what'd that go to? That was an Eclipse for the wife that decided she didn't want it. And then
I traded the Eclipse for a New Edge
Mustang
for my daughter. And then the wife decided that the New Edge was not safe enough for the daughter. So I decided to trade the New Edge for a Fox body. And Fox body is very, very clean car, very nice car. The interior was probably an 8 out of 10.
It was the saving grace for that car.
Probably the cleanest interior I've ever seen in a Fox body. It was completely unmolested. Not even cold air intake had ever been added to this car, but it was a speed density car. So any kind of real power adders that I would want to do, I would have to convert it over to mass air. And no one had really taken care of the suspension like they should over the years. So it had all original shocks, all original springs, and they were just wore out. And,
by the way, people, when your springs wear out,
when your car sits 3 different levels on level ground, it's time to replace some suspension parts.
Do not cheap out. I know that in the Fox bodies, and I'm sure there's other cars out there, do not buy the cheap $10 Amazon, eBay, wherever else you shop for your parts, little spring lifter magnets that you
Yeah.
put in the way of the coil to cheap out. Come on, guys. These cars,
Look, a set of lowering springs for a Fox Body Mustang for a nice set are $150. I mean, come on. And, you know, shocks, you know, you can get a nice set of shocks. I mean, you know, you don't have to go crazy full race setup. You know, just a nice daily driver quality shock. You can pick them up for $30 to $40 a piece for a good name brand. You know, but after looking at the car, it did have a little bit of rust under it, and I was worried about, since they didn't take care of the suspension, what else they didn't take care of over the years. So I knew it was going to need all new bushings throughout, and all new suspension, and, you know, just stuff like that really adds up to the cost. So I felt as though if I put the money into the car, that I was spending bad money. You know, if I spent another $2,000 fixing all the little issues with the car, then it wasn't going to net me my $2,000 back. And that's kind of how I like to look at my cars. If I'm going to the point where I'm spending bad money on them, then it's time for them to go. You know, if I can spend $1,000 on a car and it's going to get my $1,000 back in the long run, I'm more than happy to spend the money.
yeah, so, I mean, that's that's the stuff that we do. We like to go out and have fun. We are car guys, so we'll do whatever we can to put ourselves into the car community. Don't ever let somebody kill your passion. Make sure that you're with somebody that makes you happy, understands your passion. Joey's wife, God love her.
She is currently annoyed,
She is annoyed by the passion,
but she understands it.
and so she lets him have it.
I rarely drink. I don't do drugs. I work my off. I work 50 hours a week at my daily job, and then I also do I own a computer repair, electronics repair business that I do on the side to help me afford to buy my play toys without the wife yelling at me for spending my normal paycheck that should go towards, you know, household stuff. So, you know, when I'm busy doing computer stuff, you know, make a couple grand a week doing computer stuff, that allows me to go buy stupid blow parts on my truck, or go buy another toy, or my current thing is boat supplies. So
this boat, guys, it is a 2001, and for those of you that know boats, know that they don't always get taken care of very well. This boat has white interior. It is an 01. The interior is still white. And any of you that know anything about white leather, it does get dingy. It is hard to keep clean. This boat, we are the third owners of the boat, and it has always been garage kept, so we're trying to find a garage that is big enough that we can keep the boat in so that it can maintain its life that it's had, so that it does remain to be an immaculate version of the boat. The boat fires right up. It's got an awesome banging sound system in it. It's a perfect boat for us. It is a 9-person, so you guys will see Joey's family, me, and some friends, and we'll just all, you know, we'll show you what it's like.
we do live, you know, we may live in the country, but we do have some of the nicest lakes in the country. So we got some nice places to go take the boat out on. We're not far from Table Rock Lake. We're not far from Lake of the Ozarks, and within a 30-minute drive, we could be at Bull Shoals Lake or Lake Norfolk. So I mean, we got plenty of bodies of water around here. It makes no sense not to own a boat living around where we do. So we're gonna keep the boat for the summer. I promise it's not going anywhere. We're gonna keep it all summer, and we're just gonna see exactly how much fun we can have in it.
We do live around some pretty crazy areas for water. Table Table Rock Lake is there in Branson, Missouri. For those of you that know anything about Branson or anything about history, Table Rock is quite large, and it does have several dinner and show boats on it, including the showboat Branson Belle, which is world famous. The last time I went, there was at the table in front of me, there was people from Australia, people from New Zealand, and people from England, all on the same show I was on. So the boat does bring people from all over, from all walks of life. So that lake there is very nice, so we'll be there. So we'll just see what happens. My daily, I am a locksmith. I am a second generation locksmith. We do try and keep that. We're pretty proud of that. And, we do take offense to people that don't, that get into the locksmith business and don't treat it like it should be. It's not as much of a trade anymore as it used to be. So we do that. I spend a lot of time on or at water for people that have the misfortune of losing vehicle keys in the water. So this year, I'm not going to let everybody else have the fun. It's another reason we bought the boat. So, we might have some just random story time. And I know that's kind of what this is. We're going to do some podcast style stuff where we're going to bring some random people in.
And Robert also, he owns he's got a campground with his family. And, they got a nice lake on it and tennis courts and basketball court. So probably do some videos down there. They're doing some upgrades to it slowly but surely. But it's not a campground where just random people come. It is a private campground for just his family. So don't have to worry about any riffraff down there. So we'll probably do some videos down there. Like I said, he's got his own little private lake down there that we can't take the boat out on, but we can float around in the water and relax,
do some fishing. So we'll have several different things. Eventually we might go live. Any of the live stuff that we do, the area that we're in, the service is not really good enough for doing lives unless we're at one of our houses where we've got quality internet, so that we can do that for you guys. But we will do that and bring you guys along. We do hope this channel grows. We do want to start going to some bigger events so that we can bring you guys along to that as well. We do have a, what do you want to call it, Joe? A 3-year goal?
Yeah, 3-year goal.
3-year goal of making YouTube profitable for us.
Yeah, to make it pay for our toys.
And in that 3-year goal, we want to take you guys along to SEMA. I have never been to SEMA. I don't think Joey's ever been to SEMA either.
I've been to Vegas plenty, but never to SEMA.
My dad used to be part owners of a stereo shop. It was a pretty good sized stereo shop for our area. They had a world final, 2 different world final cars, 2 different years in a row. Made 4th and 5th in sound quality in the world. So they used to go to SEMA and show pictures of that kind of stuff. It's super awesome. So I'd love to go to SEMA. I know the jokes are around, last year was lifted 3/4 ton pickups with Bluetooth drive shafts and Supras. But hey, we want to know, what's the experience actually like? We'll bring you guys our point of view from the daily, driven aspect of what does that show really do for you? And then also in that 3-year goal of ours, we want to also do PRI.
Yeah, which is it's a show more more in the Midwest, and it's more catered towards, drag racers and dirt track racers.
It is performance and not show.
Correct.
So that would be really cool for us. And that one there we could actually drive to, so we could actually give you another road trip feel. Maybe by then we'll have a different vehicle that we can road trip, give you guys a good live-in kind of review on. But it is in Indianapolis. So we might try and cater that around some of those shows. We also have, what's that, Joe? 6 hours from us? 6 to 8 hours?
Yeah, 6 to 8 hours.
Depending on how you drive. Let's face it, obviously we don't drive the speed limit.
And if you're into rally car racing, we've got the 100 Acre Woods Rally that's about an hour away from where we live.
About an hour, yep.
So, that's actually coming up here at the end of the month. I don't know that we'll get to make it to that one, but they do several other smaller rallies throughout the year that maybe we can get to. And we'll take my truck on that one just because
there are
ass down the dirt roads trying to keep up with the rally cars to get to the next checkpoint. Probably in something you want to do in a 19 Mustang.
No, however, the 13 Subaru worked amazing for that. For those of you that don't know what rally is, look it up. Rally is really fun to watch. It's not something that you can just sit in one area and watch the whole event. You do have to move along with it, which for us Americans is kind of difficult because we're lazy by trait for whatever reason.
They are distance races, time to time, spot to spot time trials.
They're two people per car, a driver and a navigator. Watch some of that stuff. I follow the Team Subaru. Like I said, we are big import guys. I do follow Team Subaru for their rallycross and their rally. It's so much fun to watch. You don't see them for very long.
But when you do see them, they are balls to the wall, throwing 70-foot rooster tails on dirt roads, sideways around corners without even letting off. I mean, it's wild to watch these guys drive. If you get a chance, look it up on YouTube. Look at some in-car views of these guys doing 150 miles an hour going down dirt roads that they can't see more than 50 or 60 feet in front of them. The snow rallies and stuff. It's insane.
That is another bucket list item that we have for the channel. We would love to go to I don't remember exactly what they call it, but it's there at Pikes Peak. I don't remember what the
hill climb challenge.
The hill climb. It's Road to the Heavens, basically. I don't remember what they call it for the Rally America stage, but that would be really fun to go watch. People like Travis Pastrana go there, set records, and it's a lot of fun to watch. So that's some other stuff that's not really close to us, so we probably would have to fly and rent something cool to take on that rally. But that would be that's some of the stuff that we like to do that we want to bring with you guys, and that's mainly what this little sit down with us is. We've got nothing but time. You've just been with us while we drive down the road, headed home. This video is probably coming up on an hour long, so we'll probably knock it short here pretty soon. But like I said, we are going to do podcasts with you guys. It will be car related. We've thought about just messing around, do a hot tub time machine segment where we're gonna pick a random time in the automotive world, and we're just gonna get in the hot tub and we're gonna BS about it, and kind of take you guys along with us through the decades, if you will.
I say our first one is 2002 in the import car scene.
Fast and Furious times,
that
guys.
was first Fast and Furious that just came out. Hot Import Nights was getting big. There was all these Nopi events and all these crazy car events all over the country.
Yeah, we going legit, homie.
That's right.
Naira circuit.
The Naira circuit. And
Paul Walker, may you rest in peace.
when you could go to AutoZone and build a 16-second Honda.
Spin.
When you could buy all your tuner parts at AutoZone for any Honda. I will say back then I rocked a Dodge Neon.
Joey was king of the neons in our area.
It was a pretty fun car. I've owned several of those.
In this area,
it beat a lot of cars it shouldn't.
But we've done that a lot. We're not going to say we're the best drivers because it's not the case at all. We're not the best drivers. We're decent drivers.
But hey, anything can happen on the street.
That's right. We do play on the streets. We might even bring you guys some of that kind of content. Who knows? We do have some pretty fun cars in this area that they're not street outlaw cars by any means, but they are definitely quick cars. So we might bring you guys some of that kind of content. Fun fact about me and my 91 Honda, I was the first car in this area with a true, legit carbon fiber hood. The car does still have the hood on it, even though the hood is in poor shape. We might show you guys how to repair the finish on carbon fiber.
You know how I repair the finish on carbon fiber?
Do what?
You know how I repair the finish on carbon fiber?
He buys a new one.
Or I paint over it. Not a big carbon fiber guy.
He's not a big I love carbon fiber. It does have to be in moderation. I'm not going to be... I can't go and buy carbon fiber, whatever I can replace in carbon fiber, fenders, bumpers, hoods, doors, trunks. I can't go that crazy. I'm not building a drag car. I understand it's got its time, its place, especially if you paint over it. Who cares? Nobody knows. But that would be what it would have to be for me, and then it defeats the purpose. We're going to see what happens. Who knows? That car there is going to be a fun car for the channel. Maybe not necessarily for you guys, but for me, we're going to try and figure out a way to make it fun for you guys. Like I said, that one's not going to be, it's going to be a very long build. It's not going to be a YouTube build. It's going to take time. So we'll just see what kind of happens. Like I said, we've got the hot tub time machine that we've thought about doing. We've got the podcast style stuff that we're, well, not really podcast. More, I guess it's still a podcast. Just kind of BS and kind of like this video.
Just hanging out in front of the camera talking.
Who knows? Maybe one day we'll get big enough we can get some of the big names in to kind of BS with us. The Mustang community is kind of tight, so maybe we can get some of the other Mustang guys to come in and talk with us and share in their experiences and kind of how they feel about the community, bringing people up. I don't know. We've got some other segments. I don't know how well this video will be taken since it will be so new to the channel, but we just, like I said, we just wanted to kind of give you guys an idea of what we are, who we are, and go from there. We're also gonna do car stories. Those stories will probably be short 5 to 10 minute videos that are just memories we have of like the Purple People Eater getting spanked by a fairly stock WRX, the Civic beating some of the stuff that it shouldn't have beat, just
my 2.4 swamp Neon decimating Camaros that are full of a douchebag driving and 3 or 4 girls in the car that he was trying to show off with. I ruined his night.
So, I mean, we've got lots of ideas, a lot of things. We are going to be slow at getting videos out, just because we do have so much other stuff going on. Eventually, we'll get better at getting the videos out to you guys. and you'll see some of that kind of stuff. So that's what we've got for this channel. We are pulling back into town right now, so we are going to go ahead and let you guys go. Appreciate any of the watch you guys do of the video to try and find out about us and find out about the channel. We'll keep you guys posted. Hopefully you guys enjoy coming along with the journey with us.
Post your questions in the comments.
Yeah,
we'll answer them.
Yeah, we'll let you guys know. You know, whatever it is, we're open books. We don't care.
Yep, no, we're not shy.
We're not soft. We'll take it.
Just remember, if you're trying to give shit, you're gonna get shit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we definitely won't tolerate. Oh, there's a kid that was talking trash about S550s in his C5 Corvette. We don't take kindly to the soft that the country has gone to. So if you guys want to be keyboard warriors and, you know, hide behind a keyboard and talk trash and then get mad when somebody talks it right back, just know that we're gonna come back at you. So take whatever you say and whatever we say with a grain of salt, because that's how it's coming.
It's all in good fun. It's all about having fun.
At the end of the day, life's too short. Enjoy what you've got. Live it. Guys, thanks for coming along with us. Have fun. We'll see you on the next time.